Hi, welcome back to our Wired Banking series. Right, I'll be taking this time to walk you through the general settings. So, understand some couple of businesses, especially the new ones, are having concerns when it comes to setup. They might be having one difficulties like I'm trying to set up, but it's not working. I'm trying to save, it's not responding. How can I set up and so on? So, okay, we've done videos on this previously. Of course, because of the improvement or the changes we've made, some people are having difficulties because hence it does not match the details on the updated options we have today. Okay, so get started today. To understand, firstly, have you completed your setup? Is it successful or not, right? So the first thing you understand, if your setup is not successful completed, you have difficulties in registering customer, you have difficulties in crediting customer and so on, because the system will let you do all that until you understand the behavior on how you want your organization to operate. So mostly what we do basically before you start using our wired banking management dashboard is for us to understand how do you want to operate, right? Like for example, we want to know if customer are registering, where do you want this customer to go first? Do you want them to pass through a second level approval? Likewise, the credit. If you want your staff to work under a vault management where every of the credit debit pass through a wallet system, right? So all of that's what we want to understand as an organization, which of course we've configured. Once we understand the behavior of your organization, then we'll be able to advise on which of the options. So I also recommend that if you also follow this video and you still have one difficulties or the other, please engage us. You can engage any of our technical team. You can engage Blessing, Save You, and wherever. I will be free to schedule an online meeting to guide you on step by step. So firstly, like I said, to understand if your account is completed or fully set up, you just need to hit on any menu, right? You can hit on any menus, but for in my case I just hit on savings management. So once you've done that, it prompts out this error: set up your company settings, right? So what we understand a lot of people do, they just come here, upload logo and upload certificate, and they try to save. Definitely, if you try to do this, it won't respond, right? Because there are more to settings than just uploading certificate and logo, right? So the first is the logo and the last is the certificate. There are more to settings than just logo and certificates. So if you look closely at the top where you have the green tabs there, you find that we have general. So below the general we have advanced. So all you just need to do is to hit on advanced. It changed, right? So on the advanced, we want to know how do you want your staff to operate today, right? So once we understand that, we have video that talked about this separately, but because of our time, I'm just going to be wrapping in on, right? So I'll just prefer pending. That simply means I want all transaction by my staff to come pending. I have to approve them. So I'll just go ahead and say 0.1. If I want to check the performance of the transactions, let the system calculate 0.1 worth of their transaction and give me the sum of it each month to understand how effective each staff is, right? So I'll just go ahead and say, okay, it's a microfinance institutions issues will please allow on the one. Auto renewal, I'll go ahead and turn it off. And registration fee, I want to charge each time a customer register, a new customer register specifically, I want to charge him 100 naira. So of course you can configure your article. Also decide to say, okay, I don't want to charge it zero. Okay, so backdate, date status, and author date transaction. So it simply allows you to backdate. So in case if you want to initiate a deposit, do you want to alter the date? Do you want to backdate it or even move the date to the future date? And of course, you're able to do that, but we strongly recommend that you turn it off. Right, we strongly encourage that you turn it off to work with the current or actual date for the Okay, so we have internal. Do you want to be registering only virtual account, or you want internal and virtual account? So I'll rather leave it enabled, right? I'll rather leave it enabled. So I want every account that's been registered to pass through manual approval. And if you have a mobile app, or you're using a mobile app or a customized app for your organization, okay, I want every account there to, of course, have CUDA. Okay, I even said I want every account to have where my account number, right? So do I want staff to post on behalf of another staff? No, I don't want staff to post on behalf of another. On my XMS, I won't want instant XMS. I want monthly XMS. So I'll just go ahead and enter the value. I want to charge 4 naira. So what happened here on the frequency, that simply means on each transaction, the system will calculate 4 naira times. So if at the end of the month, the total transaction the staff, the customer per se did it's 20, so the system will calculate 4 naira times 20. That's what the customer will be charged at the end of the month. So that's what applies there. Okay, so on the POS sections, if you want to also give your customers POS, of course, what we integrate today, we'll have POS available where in the case where your customer have a shop, a store, a supermarket, whatever it is, and you needed to give him a POS service, right? So of course you are giving, and our system allow you to configure the price. How much do you want to be charging that person? So of course you can say, okay, I want to be charging 0.2 and I want to cap mine at 100 naira. So of course anything you do, that's what the system obeys, right? So each time any of the POS terminal you issue to your customers, you're able to the system is able to charge them based on what you have configured or set on your general settings. So moving further, we have the WhatsApp banking. How much do you want to charge? Which I can just go ahead with 2 naira. We have bills. Do you want to charge convenience fee? Want to charge 30 naira. So when customer want to withdraw, how do you want to charge it? And do you want to charge them a flat rate, or you want to charge them a percentage? Of course, I will just go ahead with flat rate. And the minimum I want to charge each person is I can start to say 15 naira worth, and at the maximum, I can say maximum of 10,000. So what's happening right now at the point of withdrawal, the system asks you how much do you want to charge the customer. You're able to put between 15 naira and 10,000. Understand, you cannot put 5 naira, you cannot put 10 naira. It can be below 15 naira, also can be above 100 naira. So it's just a boundary that you are setting for your organization, right? Which of course we want to understand the behavior of what you want to do. Then on incoming, when a payment is made through virtual account, who will bear the responsibility of the charge? Of course, we are passing it to the customer, and the customer, how do you want to charge the customer? Do you want to charge him by percentage, or you want to charge him? So if you want to charge by percent, let's say he made a payment of 1,000. I want to charge him, let's say 0.75 of the 1,000 naira, and you want to cap it at 200 naira. So this simply means all the amount I think is above 30,000 naira, it automatically takes 200 naira, right, and credits the person their complete funds, right? So you can also say, okay, I want to charge by flat rate. I want to charge, you switch it all by flat rate. Say, okay, I want to go on with flat of 15 naira on any amount. So simply, if the person send 10,000 naira, what will be credited to the customer is 9,000 950. Yeah, 9,950. Okay, so minimum balance, do you want customer to maintain minimum balance? That simply means if they have also 10,000 naira on their savings account, do you want them to be able to withdraw everything, or you want them to be able to withdraw some? So of course, if you say 500 naira right now, what simply apply is they can only withdraw 9,500 naira. As the 500 naira will be stuck in their account, and they will not be able to spend it, right? Hence, you have set to, always have configured your organization minimum balance to always be on 500, which of course you can always modify that. Do you want to be charging on maintenance? Of course, I can decide to say no, I don't want to charge by putting 0. I can also say it's only yearly, then 200 naira every year. So on the USS charge, do you want to charge your customer if you put? If no, you can just go ahead and put, I want to charge 6 naira You can also put 6.5, but of course I just prefer the 6. Then how do you want the USSD to operate for you today? Do you only want them to check their balances, or you want them to have full access? So full access today allow them to check their balance, buy airtime, buy data, move money to any bank of their choice, and so on. But of course, today we also have options where other people say, okay, no, I want them to check their balance. I don't want them to spend. So, but of course, in my case, I want them to be able to spend their money using my code. So I'll just go ahead and say I allow the all fill menu, right? So do you want your prefix on the virtual account? That's your company name to be in front of the virtual account. If yes, of course, you can turn it on. Then on the bank transfer, how much the minimum amount they can transfer per time? So I can say okay, the minimum amount is 200 naira, and the maximum amount they can transfer is 50,000 naira. So the same thing on wallet to wallet. Also, I only want 50,000 naira. If you want to issue an ATM card, or if customer wants to apply for an ATM card, what's the minimum amount the customer will have to pay? So of course I can say okay, it's 1,000 naira for my card. So on the card maintenance, how much I can say okay, it's 100 naira for every 3 months. Okay, I can go ahead, move for that. So okay, how many counts? Okay, I can say the worth, it should be worth 50,000 naira also. Okay, so I can move further. Say investment termination. I want to terminate. If customer want to terminate from where? Okay, I'll say okay. I want to charge you from the interest, and how long would the account be inactive for me to be able to mark them as dumb? I can say it's 90 days, which of course is worth 3 months today. Then moving further. Okay, on birthday wishes, how do I want to wish them happy birthday? I can say, okay, it's only XML that wants. So I can now say happy birthday. You can, of course, customize any message that works for you. Happy birthday from all of us at, perhaps I can say small savings, wherever. Of course, you can just, this is just a demonstration. Then, of course, please understand, anything you do above, changes must be confirmed with a setup pin. So of course, if you signed up newly, a setup pin might have been sent to your email first. So we recommend that you check your spam, you check your email to be able to get your setup pin. So it's recommended to get it first before start attempting to make any changes. But of course, any other changes you make, trying to save, the system will definitely not respond to you. And of course, you cannot go ahead and enter dummy data. Definitely, it will also not respond to you, right? Just go ahead and impute the value of my pin, then go ahead and enter save, and you have it updated successfully. Right, so all the fields, I recommend you to follow it step by step and not to skip any of the one you skip. The system will recommend to revert back and fix them, right? So that's how you can set up successfully. Then the next thing you want to do, okay, of course, is to configure the XML. We have different XMS vendor. The first thing you need to do is say, okay, yes, my organization agreed to receive XMS alert, which of course you can turn it on, right? So we have different vendors today. The next thing you want to do is to hit on anyone. So I can say I can hit on type 3, right? So that is API type 3, right? So you can also go, okay. I think that should be safe small. Then so once you are done with that, please allow your pin there. Then that is when you can now upload your certificate and your pin. Always understand that certificate and your pin are totally optional, and as they do not does not determine the successful of the changes. Okay, so once we are done from here and you are sure it's successfully updated, then the next thing you want to do is to hit on any menu again, right? On that place a successful hit on any menu, of course it take you to the next step automatically. You do not need to do, once you hit on any menu, take you there. So I can now say okay, ph, right? So this is a demo. So of course you write your business address and cool, right? So go ahead, it has been added. Then the next step is for me to also hit on it again, hit on any menu. Of course, you can see I'm just hitting on savings manager, and it keep redirecting me somewhere. So I can go ahead and select the PH, which of course the business address. I can say it's null. Of course, do not write null. Write your business name. Then go ahead and save. So of course, once you are saved, then I'll still go back to the menu and hit on savings manager. So of course now it will allow me, because I've completed the most important settings. And so of course the next that I'll be recommended to do is to open a savings type, and I'll go ahead and hit on add products, then go ahead to say okay, save small. That's the name, right? So I can say I don't want to give them interest. Also. So I can go and say the minimum amount you can withdraw. People saving under this plan is 100 naira, and the maximum you can withdraw per time I can start to say it's 500,000, and people on this plan cannot transfer. And the maximum they can deposit per time, I can say, is 1 million or ever. So maintenance no, and duration of interest no. Then once that is completed, I can go ahead and hit on added. So I can go ahead and add like two more. I can say this one is target. Okay, I can say this one is target savings. Okay, then go ahead and save. Okay, the next I can say is daily savings. Then go ahead and also save. And of course I can also change the configuration of each of them, but I prefer leaving them that. So on the target, I can also decide to say, okay, I want to give them interest. Okay, let me just refresh this to show me the three of them which have been created. So once I refresh this, I should have the three of them. So on the target, I can decide to say, okay, if people on this target plan save successfully, I can say only 0.5%. If you have saved up to 100,000, if you have saved up to 100,000 naira, right, for the period of 60 days, you'll be entitled to 0.5%. But of course, if you didn't save up to 100,000, the system won't credit you that. So that is just the algorithm I want to set. And of course, once I refresh, and that is it. Company setting is completed. The next is the loan, which of course time is fast spent. I'll be unable to do that today. Then the next you want to do is to also come to your customer management, then hit on create account, and of course you have your account created. You select either it's personal or corporate. If it's corporate, you enter the corporate name. Of course, it's personal. The mover is a virtual account you intend to create, or of course, if it's a virtual account, we have a couple of banks which will, of course, are aggregated today. Then if you look at this, the product type, you can see the one we've created automatically display here. So that's of course how you can aggregate that. Thank you for joining me in these sections. Do have a wonderful day ahead.